Where to purchase Icepower boards for your projects. In this video we will discover 2 trusted reseller webshops and make short analysis of why they are trusted and preferred to other alternatives. It's not paid promotion, it's my long-term experience sourcing components for the design prototypes where you need small quantities and reliable fast shipping. I have split retailers in 2 large geographies, EU and US-Canada. I did not cover China because Icepower boards are not produced in China. Those are produced in Malaysia. When directly purchasing volumes from Icepower, boards are shipped from Malaysia directly and the EU customer should do custom clearance. I don't know how it is in US and Canada. Probably you have the same procedure. So, Soundimport is a large EU reseller that has grown from student garage sales in the Netherlands. Great success story. Today they are a one-stop shop for almost any DI amplifiers and speaker builder, with a proven record and well-established delivery logistics. Parts Express, famous US DI components distributor working in a large market. This company is the largest reseller in the US with a powerful sales and marketing engine. When I need to learn new tips and tricks of DI marketing, this is a company where I drill down into how and what they are doing. They are one of the companies that are purchasing old stock units from manufacturers in large quantities and reselling them. For example, I saw expensive Scanspeak 8-inch woofers for sandwich price and still regret that I didn't purchase some stock of those units. eBay's third alternative, all at your own risk. There you can see what Soundimport is saying about themselves. They have a direct contact with famous names and keep significant stock of those companies' lineup. Also, the Soundimport webshop contains significant technical information in a structured format. In many cases, Soundimport information is better structured than the equipment manufacturer's website and therefore become a primary information source for me. Parts Express, this company is almost 40 years in the market. They have fantastic logistics agreement. There were cases when shipment from US is cheaper than from EU, or even from my country. As I mentioned, this company has state-of-the-art sales and marketing engine up to the level of the huge hard paper catalog. Sometimes you need catalog to read it through and understand infinite options at once. Why purchase from those large resellers and pay those extra costs associated? Typically, large resellers are not the cheapest, but the price difference in most cases are minor. First, availability. Those companies have significant turnover funds and can keep stock following fast delivery. Service and warranties. Having a direct contact with the manufacturer makes service and warranties process cost-effective. Typically, it is a separate department with IT system support to handle warranties process. When purchasing expensive devices, I'm purchasing only from large resellers just due to warranties issue. And I have cases when this approach was paid back multiple times. Shop automation and trust. Large resellers have very good shops with a lot of IT intelligence behind them. Important and handy. Shipping and handling. Large shops and large shipping contracts. Sometimes I'm wondering about shipping prices, what they can provide. Staff quality. Large shops have more specialization. Therefore, staff qualification to solve assigned processes and procedures. Fewer mistakes and strong IT system back office support. And now, let us check price online using real shop demos. I will make some comments on the fly. As we agreed in this video, I will focus only to the Icepower lineup. And first, let's go to Soundimport shop. This is my favorite shop. And let's choose Icepower, and here's a full list. Interesting that first in the list is my favorite. Currently, it is the best board in the world. So far I didn't find anything equal to that board. It's Icepower 1200 ACE2. In forums there are plenty of discussions which board is the best, and there is a Hypex fans, and there is Icepower fans, and there is a Purify fans, but in reality this board currently stands out of the crowd. It is so good that I built special kit for that. But let's look how shop doesn't look like. There's a good pictures. You can even make them larger. Also you can see that this particular board has been shipped with all necessary cables. It's important because if you do DIY projects, those connector sourcing is nightmare. You need those connectors in a shipping, of course. We have very nice description, and I should say that probably this is the best description what I saw in different shops. And what's more important, what is in the box. And you can see that there is board and complete set of cables, what is necessary for your project. You can see that review statistics are very, very small for some reason, but someone who bought it is really happy about it. But statistics is not sufficient to really make any judgments or to make any conclusions. How about price? 429.95. Okay, 430. Actually, you can purchase with or without tax, depending which geography you are located. 355. Actually, this price, if you buy for some larger projects and you have a company, this is really nice price for such a board. This board is unique, and I'm a big fan of this board. I did plenty of tests. I tested and compared it with other company developed products. It outperforms any of them, and there's a reason behind it. It took 7 years to build this board. I estimate about 9 engineers work it. You can imagine what was upfront investments. One specific of this board is quadro-balanced. That means there are 4 amplifiers, and 2 of them are switched in a bridged mode to get a stereo. There are a lot of advantages about that. I have a separate video where I explain in details all features of this board. At the end of this video, I put a mark that you can go there and watch it in a detail. My personal judgment, it's the best board in the world. And for this price is fair and price is great, even with the VAT. For about 650 euros, you can build complete amplifier. I built a kit for that. If you buy a board, then in 10 minutes you can make complete amplifier. Also, it's with active cooling, and sound quality of this board is incredible. It's really incredible. I did a different tests with the different speakers, and one of my customers took it even for audiophile competition, and it was winner. The funny thing that he took prototype, even non-painted enclosure, that made a shock for audience. It sounds incredibly well, incredibly well. In forum there are a lot of discussions, and in some sense the forum people don't like Icepower. I don't know why, but I prefer Icepower, and for DIY projects you can officially purchase all boards from Soundimport and from Parts Express. What else do we have? 24-hour shipping is available. I tried it, it doesn't work. Honestly, probably I'm too remote from the central office and they are not able to provide 24 express shipping. Let's check what is the user experience when you purchase some boards. You can see the cart, and then pay attention, DHL Express. It's about 20 euros, but I tried and it doesn't work. They send me a message that they are not able to provide me the shipping in 24 hours. My location in Latvia was too far away. But even one of my customer from States bought via this shop, and they got very, very nice shipping time. Actually, 4 days is great, and 4 days cost you nothing. Costs are included. And then when you start to calculate either to directly purchase small volumes from Icepower or buy one board from a distributor, all those services, good logistics, free shipping, it's making your project rather efficient. This is great shop. This is all great shop, and you can see that there are plenty of options how you can pay, including PayPal, bank transfer, Visa, Mastercard. Okay, let's clean cart. Let's check other boards, what may be interesting for us. Here is original Icepower manufactured Icepower 125 AS2. But I would say it's really expensive. In some sense, the price is going up. And I personally use this board for 2 monoblocks solution, and I'm not happy with the price what is here. It's already 2 boards cost the same as this Super Trooper board, Icepower 1200 AS2, and then those projects losing any sense. But this board is good to make a 3-way system. For example, one board in bridged and another board in stereo. You have separated power supplies. Very nice designs you can make. I did it before, but the current price is killing those projects. And you can see that they have them in stock as well. Of course, you can have a board, you can have assembling cables, but anyway, for my projects this board becomes obsolete. But if you want, you can buy really original second generation. There's the two versions of this board, second generation board from original manufacturer. Those are obsolete, you can use for some project. And this is also, it seems to be discontinued. There's a latest generation version of Icepower 2000 AS2, but for home usage it's a 2 kilowatt amp, and I don't see it as necessity for home projects. Absolutely not. Those are obsolete. First generation. What else is worth to mention? 300 AS1. In my opinion, they have a good price. Also, those boards are in stock. You can build fantastic three-way active systems with this board, or 300 watt stereo using hanger module. Has 600 watt power supply on board. Also it has wake up from signal. It can work on 2.7 ohm load. They have 5 volt and 12 volt trigger. Also it has wake up from signal trigger. Very nice board to build different active systems. I think this is a key application area. Very nice distortions. All parameters are nice. I'm thinking about a kit, three-way speaker, active speaker kit based on this board functionality. What else is worth mentioning? Another budget board. You can build 150 watt stereo amplifier. It's really nice board, and personally I think that this board is complementary to 300 AS1, because then you can build great three-way system, very well balanced, when woofer goes for 300 watt amplifier and mid-range and tweeter for 150, where 100 watts are clean and pure with a great sound. And you can see that price is affordable. Price is good. Actually, it's cheaper than Icepower 125 AS6 II. Of course, you can't put them in a bridge. This board you can't put in a bridged connection. It's already in a bridged connection. It's cheap. It's chip-based board, but it is great sounding board, and I recommend it for your project as well. What else worth mentioning? Of course, there is a hanger module for 1200 AS2 board, but it will be too powerful for home usage scenarios, and it will be expensive as well. There are better solutions, in my opinion, for active three-way systems. There are different type of the boards, but I think I mentioned those who are winners. You can practically all Icepower lineup is here, and this is a great shop, great sourcing place for your projects. Now let's take a quick look on the Parts Express. Also we choose Icepower brand. Voila! But you can see that Parts Express lineup is much shorter, and mainly they are working with obsolete boards. Now, those boards who has some extra stock. Parts Express specializing buying obsolete old stock and then reselling them for a good price. You can find incredibly nice offerings from this company. For example, I saw great Scanspeak woofers for sandwich price, and I still regret that I didn't bought them even for a stock. Look at the user experience. There are descriptions, relatively good descriptions, manuals and resources. You can see Icepower datasheet, bingo, it's here, and you can find all details about the board, and this is designer manual with a lot of technical information. The same for Soundimport. All technical information is provided along with the boards. And I should say that it is so convenient that I often use shop technical information option instead of going directly to Icepower. So that's in short about those boards and options how to purchase. As a conclusion, I would say that Soundimport is preferable shop from my opinion. They have better lineup, they have good shipping times, they have very well established logistics, but the key availability. They have almost all boards in stock, and they're keeping relatively large stock. I have a guess, it's pure guess, that Icepower is using them as a sample delivery option, and this is probably one of the agreements that they will keep a stock. and provide those small volumes sales behalf of Icepower. Of course, you can buy directly from Icepower as well, but then delivery times are longer and they don't have immediate stock release. So, two great sources for your DIY projects.